Hello everyone. Well, as expected, a pretty quiet day across Nebraska, but we are starting to see some showers and storms return to the Panhandle. I think that'll continue to be the case through the evening hours. 7 o'clock this evening, talking about isolated showers and storms in the Panhandle. I think that's where the activity is going to be limited during the evening hours. Even at 11 o'clock, notice the activity just over in the Panhandle. Now, very late tonight, I think the activity will slide a little bit farther to the east. Let's talk about the Thursday morning commute. We might be seeing some isolated showers and perhaps a couple of weak storms around the North Platte, McCook area, and continuing in the Panhandle. But as far as the eastern half of the state goes, looks like a completely dry morning commute. And we'll continue to see this isolated activity through the morning hours and the early afternoon in the western half of the state. But once we transition into the late afternoon, I expect an uptick in the activity. Now we're talking about scattered showers and storms, and yes, there's a small chance of severe storms that we have to talk about. Notice that there's a possibility of shower storms at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. This is 4 o'clock Central Time. I do want to make clear for folks in the Panhandle, 3 o'clock Mountain Time. Notice the chance stretches from Grand Island over to the Scottsbluff area for the scattered activity. But as far as the stronger storms, the storms that could produce some damaging wind and hail, I think around 34 o'clock, they'll be firing up just in the Panhandle, and then they'll be sliding to the east. So let's continue to track the activity. It looks like a peak is probably going to occur somewhere around 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the evening. Notice the gaps. Notice we are talking about scattered showers and storms, and even where you see those dark shades of red, it may just be regular thunderstorms, but they're just enough ingredients where we could get a couple of storms to overachieve. Notice the activity will continue to try and push east as we get later and later into night. Now we're looking at midnight, but once again, they are going to struggle. And I think especially once we get past midnight, we're going to see the activity start to become less and less widespread. And by 4 a.m., back to just isolated showers and the chance for any severe storms going away. So looking at about a 12-hour window from 4 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow to as late as 4 a.m., very early Friday morning or very late Thursday night. Again, highlighting this area of green where we're expecting the scattered showers and storms during this 12-hour window. Now, most of the storms that pop up in this area are just going to be regular thunderstorms, but just enough ingredients where in a few spots we could see wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and up to penny-sized hail. So that is a possibility from Scottsbluff to possibly as far east as Grand Island. But if I had to pick a most likely place, somewhere around Valentine and North Platte, kind of right in the heart of this shade of green. I don't want to stop there, though. I do want to quickly talk about Friday, because unfortunately for Friday, we think a better chance of severe storms. So notice now we're talking about that level 2 threat, the slight risk. And there's still some uncertainty in the exact timing and how widespread the storms are going to be. But we do see enough ingredients where it's more likely we're going to get some more intense storms. That's the main problem. Also, one other thing to talk about, notice a little bit of a shift to the east. Now we're talking about the possibility for severe storms Lincoln-Omaha. Smaller than in the central part of the state, but notice the severe threat going away in the Panhandle. Once again, we're talking about the afternoon and evening hours on Friday. And again, because we're seeing more of those ingredients come together, we're talking about the possibility that in some spots, perhaps seeing wind gusts as high as 60 miles per hour, possibly up to quarter-size hail. And though the chance is very small, we cannot rule out a couple of EF0 or EF1 tornadoes either. So we'll continue to keep a close eye on this and bring you another update tomorrow.